Hey friends, and welcome to my part 2 video of my New York adventures. If you haven't seen part 1, click the link in the description box below. In part 1 I visit Central Park, Times Square and the really cool M&M store. It was a really fun video. In part 2, this video is going to be a little different because I'm visiting the World Trade Center Memorial and the World Trade Center Memorial Museum. It's a very, very special place for people in New York City, obviously because of what happened there 20 years ago. This year marks the 20th year anniversary. I wanted to do something special and I wanted to dedicate this video to the people of New York and of course to the victims and the first responders on that day. It was a very, very unimaginable horror, but the New York people have shown the world how to overcome such a terrible tragedy. And also later in this video, I'll be taking you to the world famous Brooklyn Bridge for the most incredible views of the city. I really hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up because that really, really helps. And leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe. Welcome to the entry to the World Trade Center. This is the entrance from the subway, which is called PATH, P-A-T-H. And what an incredible building. Like, check out the architecture of this building. It is absolutely amazing. If you can see behind me, absolutely incredible, huh? The amazing Oculus Building houses one of New York City's main transport hubs, as well as a shopping complex with stores, restaurants, office and event spaces, and much more. You can easily access it from the World Trade Center subway station, and it's located right next to the World Trade Center Memorial and Museum. It's going to be kind of heavy, I think. I'm already feeling a bit weird about visiting this place. Well, not weird, but strangely sad and strangely curious. I mean, it's not morbid, it's just I really want to pay respects in the kindest way, but it's a strange feeling. I can't even describe it. Oh god, I just realized that I'm standing right at the base of one of the World Trade Center towers. Oh, this is really a really awful feeling, but that's why I came here. You know, I wanted to see this, and I'm going to show you in just a moment. Considering what happened here that day, I mean the horrors of that day, 9/11, this memorial site is actually very, very beautiful. It is heavy coming here. It does make you feel a little, I don't know how else to describe it, but yeah, it's quite emotional, and it's hard to describe how it feels. But yeah, please come here if you come to New York. It's a great way to show your respect for all these poor innocent people that lost their lives that day. It's almost mind-blowing to think that actually happened. Thinking to myself, why do I feel so emotional about this visit? And perhaps it's because I remember the events of that day so clearly, basically like it was yesterday. I mean, I was 22 years old. You know, everybody knows my age, but I do remember it very, very clearly. It's the kind of thing that will you'll never forget about, you know, like it was the day that changed the world, really. I have my ticket and now we're going to go inside and have a look at the museum. I promise nothing sensitive. I'm not going to be filming anything with the intention of causing anyone any pain or sadness. I just want to show the parts that I think are significant and I think everybody should see. As you enter the museum, one of the first exhibits you pass shows real photos from September 11, and the voices you hear are those of people who experienced the horrors of that horrific day.
When I heard it over the radio, so I switched on something.
As someone who loves dogs, I was very touched by this tribute to the working dogs that helped in the search efforts in the days after the collapse of the Twin Towers. They truly are man's best friend. So I've just left the Trade Center Memorial Museum, which, as I expected, was very, very upsetting, very depressing, very, very sad. Most of the exhibits are pretty much okay. Nothing too graphic, but there are some areas that you cannot enter, obviously, because there are photos of the victims and some very sensitive material with images from the day, which obviously you wouldn't want to film in there anyway. That's disrespectful. But wow, that was actually really, really intense. I didn't expect to feel quite like this when I left, but I'm so glad I came here. It was definitely worth it, and I'll come again if I ever come back to New York, and I hope you do too. And just a short walk from the World Trade Center site, you can reach the world-famous Brooklyn Bridge. I'm exhausted and my feet are killing me. I have walked miles and miles and miles, like about 10 kilometers yesterday, about 10 kilometers today. And I've still got to go and get my vaccine. Still got to go and see many other places in the city, but well, I'm having fun. This has been an awesome trip, and I can't wait to come back here again in the future. What a huge city, what a fascinating city. I haven't really even begun. I feel like there's so much more I've yet to see, and I've only been here for 3 days and I've seen like a little fraction of the city, but I'll be back. I'll be back many times, and guarantee. Hope you're enjoying this video, by the way. It's been so much fun. So much for watching right to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. Check back soon because I'm going to be releasing one more video about New York City, part 3, with some more top attractions and some extra footage of this amazing city. See you in part 3.